Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back for another weekly Wednesday live stream. I'm Peter, and I have to point this way. I mean, he's not literally sitting next to me. We were considering doing it because we're allowed to do it, but we decided not to do it yet. This is, as the name tag says, Justin.
Hi.
Say hey, Justin to everybody.
Hi everyone.
And Justin is our special guest today, and we've got him in the room because, well, basically we are, you know, the rest of the team, me, Eric, Ja, and Michiel, we are pretty much responsible for all the products in MSI except one very noteworthy category, which is laptops.
Yes.
And it's a really cool category as well. So often it's a shame that it's, you know, for us it's quite hard to get samples and stuff because we don't deal with those on a daily basis. So yeah, we thought, and especially because you guys very often in the chat we see questions, hey, you know, can you talk about the laptops or, you know, stuff like it's very often something you guys ask for. So we thought let's do a live stream about laptops, and what better time to do it than well, with a new platform, Intel's Alder Lake CPUs, which I think is a pretty nice boost when it comes to laptops, and makes this a really interesting time if you are planning to buy one as well.
Definitely, yeah.
So Justin, maybe can you introduce yourself to the viewers? Maybe
Yes.
A little bit of context, what you do in MSI.
Yeah, of course, yes. My name is Justin, as the name says. Working for MSI now for almost 4 years. And I'm responsible for the marketing for the notebooks in the Benelux, mainly. So yeah, that's basically it. Most of the time I'm focusing on media marketing, but we have a whole team with also for the channel and for the influencers and everything. So yeah, very pleased to be here. In 4 years' time, it's my first ever live stream to be actually in it. So
had to be sometime, right?
yeah.
I mean, we keep dragging some of you guys into the office. I think, was it like over a year ago, we had a colleague of yours, Jesse.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we had to scramble to get somebody from your team to, I think it was a CES live stream or something, and we wanted to include some information about laptops. And,
right.
You know, I mean, we can make stuff up, and we understand hardware a bit, but I mean, you guys are the experts on actual laptops.
Yeah, and the cool thing about our notebooks is, of course, it has all the specs. But
yes.
Yeah, it also has these cool features that you most of the time, for example, don't see in a shop or everything or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, these features are the special things about our notebooks. What makes them stand out. Yeah. So yeah, it's cool to have an opportunity to show you guys something.
Yeah, exactly. Because we also have a couple of samples. We'll get around to that. Oh, actually, I mean, you can already put them on the table.
Yeah, I will.
Maybe
I will put some on the table already.
There you go. I mean, that's so cool. A relatively small one, right?
This is a small one. Yeah, this is a small one. I will also wait. I will also.
Yeah, maybe just put them on the table just to show you guys what we're going to be talking about today. Ooh, I like that one.
This is the biggest one.
I like that one.
And yeah,
it's a shame I can't actually grab it. You know, it's like torture. This. Yeah. Oh, that one's also nice.
I will give you one later.
Yes.
For the gaming.
Oh yes.
And of course, last but not least.
Ooh, that one's
very
also
special
cool.
one. Very special one.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I will put this one here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are the ones we're going to be talking about today, and these are all 12th gen, right?
Yeah. These are all the 12th gen samples. Yeah, I have available at the time. We have even more than this, of course. We will show them some other way, and we'll talk about it some other way. But these are the ones that we can actually show right now.
I mean, you also have to keep it in mind, Anit, that what usually happens when we get these samples is you guys try to get them out to media for reviews and to influencers. I hate that word, but it's what they're called, right? Just get them out into the public, basically. Get them into hands of people who will look at them, tell other people what they think about it. That's also part of your job, I guess. As a marketeer, it always is. Yeah. To make sure people know about it, about the product.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, this is always so we're kind of lucky, I guess, in a way that we have all these 4 samples here. So it was a bit of a lucky break. Yeah. Oh, it looks like I shot you first. It says he has the Stealth 15M.
Yeah, well, I have the new Stealth 15M here. This is the newest one.
He says he's definitely upgrading this year. So maybe, I'm not sure, maybe you'll stay in this is also a Stealth 15M. If you like it, you can upgrade to a newer newer generation, or maybe you can indeed upgrade to a different level, but we'll get around to that later, because one of the things we want to talk about today is also, not just generally specs and stuff, but also the different types of laptops we have available and how to make the best choice for you. Because, I mean, exactly as Justin mentioned, there is the hardware thing, but that's in a way quite generic. Everybody's got hardware, everybody's got i7, i9, and then yes, there's different, and also graphics cards. Yes, there's different TDPs, for example, so that's important.
Yeah.
Also get around to that. But it's more also, the choices, there are so many choices, and how do you make the best choice for you? And it's, these things are, at least the examples we have here, pretty much all of them are quite tailored to a specific target group, as we say, or it's like an optimized choice for a specific type of customer. And we're at least trying to, at least with the samples that we have, we're going to try to explain that a little bit as well. That, for example, if you're shopping for a laptop but you can't really decide what you want to get, this may help, hopefully, to make a choice and to make some sense of the massive array of laptops you can choose from. Because it can be quite overwhelming, I can imagine.
Yeah, very.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I shot you first saying, yes, that's mine. Just a little bigger is all. All right, cool. Somebody's loving our Dutch accent. Cool, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, we're from Holland, we're from the Netherlands, so it's, what can you do? Anyway, also something we have today is just above Justin's head there. You can see we of course have a giveaway at this live stream as well. And we're giving away another few copies of the game Rainbow Six Extraction, which we've played a couple of times during the stream. And spoiler alert, we will probably also play later this live stream as well on 2 of these laptops.
Yeah.
To show you guys the performance in real life. And yeah, but you can win copies of the game. What you have to do is there is a link being shared in YouTube and Twitch chat. The other chats are not a real big fan of sharing URLs, so if you want to participate in the giveaway, you're better off watching our live stream on YouTube or Twitch. Every 5 minutes, our Stream Elements bot is sharing the link, the Gleam link to the giveaway. Just perform a couple of actions there, like liking our channel, subscribing, that kind of jazz. The more actions you perform, the more points you get in the tally, and then at several points during the live stream, we'll do a random selection of a winner. And we'll announce them, of course. And then after the live stream, we'll send them the game codes as soon as possible. A lot of people asking, is MSI based there? Well, yeah, I mean, as Mr. Mastodog says, we are originally, MSI is a Taiwanese company, as I think most major computer companies are. But we have offices, indeed, all over the world. Netherlands is one of them. And as you could probably guess, that's where the Benelux is being, served from, basically. But we also have offices in Germany, France, all the major countries, USA, Asian countries as well. So it's basically, yeah, we're all over the place, I guess, what you could say.
Yeah.
Oh, some people are already asking some really specific questions.
Yeah, where's the GE76 Raider, for example? Yeah, it's not here, unfortunately.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think it's one of the things we'll address later. Unfortunately, we were limited. I guess it comes back to what I just mentioned. We were already lucky to have these samples here at the same time. So yeah, unfortunately, as much as we would have liked that beast to be here, we couldn't get it. It's out for doing the rounds, let's say. Yeah,
but we have another beast here.
Oh yes, yeah.
So we'll be all right,
not to worry,
I guess.
Yeah, yeah. And also, I mean, Bang Danny, I hope maybe at some point we can answer that question as well, what the difference is between the different series, I guess. That's what he's asking, because he's asking the difference between the GE76 and the GS77.
Yeah.
So you're mixing 2 things there, I think. One is a series and one is also the numbering.
Yeah. They're both high-end series, but the biggest difference is, of course, the design of the chassis. Yeah. The GE Raider is all about the RGB front and the RGB stuff. Yeah. It's way more gaming,
a bit more flashy.
Yeah,
all the bells and whistles.
Flashy. Yeah. And the GS Stealth is a more distinct one, to put it that way.
Well, the name already says it, right? Stealth.
Yeah,
it's more stealthy.
It's thinner.
It's a bit
Yeah.
more. It's a less flashy. But it's still got all the things that you need for a good gaming experience.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's first maybe address, because I mean we said 12th gen. I think we've covered the 12th gen, the Alder Lake platform is another way to call it, from Intel, with desktops here as well earlier. I think everybody knows by now it's a pretty big jump with the performance and efficiency cores. How is that in laptops? How much does that make a difference in terms of performance, would you say? Because I mean, of course, per model it's different, but in general, I think Intel is also saying something like, what was it, 40%?
Yeah, around 40%.
So that's quite massive, right?
45 performance, for example, for the GS77 even. So it's a quite big jump forward.
Well, in comparison to previous, because it was always like small incremental jumps every generation, right? Previously, at least. And then, once every few generations you get a big generational jump like this, and it makes it increasingly interesting to upgrade as well.
It makes it more efficient, it makes it more powerful. It's very nice to see.
Yeah. And so are all of these models we have here, are they basically, let's say, like, I don't want to say like evolutions or refreshes of existing models, or are some of them also completely new?
Kind of.
Yeah.
So if we take the samples right here, we have the Stealth 15M. That's the same.
Some guy already mentioned he's got one from a previous generation.
Exactly.
So that concept is already well known.
What we have here, the GS77, and sorry, but I see something very annoying here, and I love to do this. So sorry.
There you go. Oh, that always feels good.
No. Sorry. Now the GS77, it is a refresh. At some point, we had the GS76 before this, but the 77, as you see, it's one number higher. It has a design upgrade. So the biggest thing that you can see is here in the edges here. Yeah. They are cut off a bit.
Well, I can maybe see if I can do. Here we go. Yeah, we've got a detailed cam, so we can show you a bit more.
And it has a way cooler look, to be honest. I think this is way cooler looking than just the flat one. But of course, that's a matter of taste. But so the 77 has a small upgrade.
Yeah.
Then over here we have a creation model. So this is a model especially for the creators. Yeah. And we already had the Z16. This is a Z17.
Right.
Z17. So.
And so what does the numbering mean? Because for those that don't know,
in this case,
included,
bigger.
Because I always think like it means like how big, like 17-inch or something.
Yeah.
And sometimes it does.
In this case, it is. So for the creator, it is the Z16
screen size,
16-inch, and this is 17-inch. For the gaming models, there's a different logic to it, but that's more difficult to explain very quickly. So, but here the refreshing is 17-inch,
right?
So bigger, and also for this model, this is a more business model, more business and productivity. E14 Summit Flip Evo, and we already had the E13, which was 13-inch, and the 16-inch, which was of course 16-inch, as I said. So this is more in between, and that's also new because we only had 13 and 16 flip, but now we also have the 14 flip. We already had a Summit E14, but that wasn't flip, and flip.
All right, was that? Ooh, there you go.
Basically this. So, you can use it all kinds of ways that you want.
And will the screen? I mean, maybe this is already a question you will answer later. But will it also flip like horizontally, vertically when you do that?
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Will. I will turn it on. then you can see.
So it's easy when if you think like a business thing, what you're doing, and you need to like give a presentation or just quickly want to show something to somebody, then it's indeed really easy just to put it like that.
It's very easy to use then. So as you can see, it's now like this.
It needs to be booted up, of course.
And now it should be upside down, and then it turns like this. Oh, and now it turns. As you can always see.
So is it okay? So it basically reacts to the fact that it's being folded.
Yeah.
Okay. So it
Exactly.
doesn't have a sensor that will try to, like what is it, a tablet or a phone, they will try to discern with gravity, I guess, which side is facing up. Oh, well, there you go. So it does.
Yes.
Aha! There you
What
go.
better way to show it?
Yeah, well, don't tell it, show it indeed. That's the best way.
Yeah. Yeah, I love these models. It's very easy with the presentations. I have over here, this is the laptop I work on at the office myself.
Yeah.
It's not flip, so if I want to show you guys something, I have to turn the whole laptop around, and here I can just do up.
Yeah, you can fold it.
Yep.
If you try that with your current one, you're gonna break it.
I will break it, and I will have a big argument with ICT, I think.
Yeah. Well, or you could basically tell them, well, it should have been flip,
Should have been.
just kidding. All right, but yeah, before we go into too much detail about each of those, because that's already some detail. Basically, let's maybe talk about some of the segments that we have, because obviously people know us for our gaming products, right? That's quite obvious to most people. But I think some of the lesser known, or at least, well, let's say newer, because I think things like creator products, especially creator, that segment of specific products is only a couple of years old, right?
Yeah. It has been kind of always there within MSI, also with the other segments of products we have. But now we are making it bigger. We are expanding in this, so that's very interesting. And I think the products itself are very progressing in what they do. So that's good.
Yeah, and when it comes to Summit, because maybe let's dive into that one first, right?
Yeah.
I think you also have some slides for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. So basically what I already said was Summit is all about business and productivity, and we went really looking. Okay, what is important for this segment? So as we already told you, the newest Intel processor is in there, so that's a huge leap in performance.
Yeah.
But when we actually go into what's important to make it important for business and works good for business, are a couple of features that we put in it. And one of them is the QHD Plus screen, which has pen support. Now, all these flip models, the Summit flip models, come with the MSI pen, so you can use it, the touchscreen, also with a pen. You can use it with your finger, but of course then you get the fat fingerprints on them, so you can also use the pen, which is quite handy. And it has this 16:10 ratio, which is way more field in your screen. And that means that you can have multiple screens next to each other working. Multitasking is very important, of course, nowadays. Yeah. Especially with the working from home situation that we have.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. And also very fast storage, because you
Gen
don't
4.
want to wait an hour for your presentation to load. Yeah. And Wi-Fi 6E. That's
so really fast.
As well. Newest Wi-Fi technology in there. So
fast, secure.
Exactly.
A lot of benefits on that indeed. I mean, with the pen as well, that's really interesting. I mean, I know it from from tablets and really designers currently use it a lot as well. But I can imagine, especially if you really want to draw something on that thing, then like you mentioned, with your finger, I don't know if you've had the experience to draw on a tablet with your finger. You can't even see what you're drawing because your finger is too fat.
Yeah, exactly. And as you can see, how specific it works in this image, where they are basically doing architecture on it. Yeah, that's how precise you can work with a pen.
Yeah, and I mean the SSD speeds. You may think, well, it's not really, of course it's always nice, but at some point it doesn't really help. But I remember talking to a couple of people at some events, and they were really, at that point we didn't have a specific creator, or I guess we had business laptops, but they weren't really highlighted that much. It was all about gaming back then. And they were actually saying, we love your gaming laptops and I think they were an architect agency. Yeah. Exactly, because they said, we want to show our customers our concepts and our 3D drawings. And it's kind of similar to a game, because they make 3D renders of them. Maybe not on that machine, but they want to show that, and it's kind of like a game engine, I guess. And they said, your laptops still allow us to go to the customer. We don't have to bring a whole friggin' desktop with us, but it's still powerful enough to show that kind of thing. Yeah. And it really makes an impact, So and especially with loading big things like indeed, big technical drawings and stuff like that, fast storage and SSD, and then also the latest processors can make a big difference because you don't have to sit around waiting minutes for things to load. They just happen really
Definitely.
fast.
And the bigger you get, maybe there is where the creator part comes in, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But it's true what you say. Actually, I have a friend myself who is an architect, and he bought for his schooling and everything. He bought an MSI laptop actually, but it was a gaming laptop because of the power he needed. Yeah. But it was like six or 7 years ago.
Can you imagine him, talking to? I'm not sure if he bought it himself, or if he asked his parents or something. But can you imagine him trying to convince his parents, like, no, I need this gaming laptop for school.
For school.
I remember doing that when I was young, and they didn't buy it, unfortunately. But I mean, he actually had a point,
Yeah, but he has one, and he's still doing all these technical schematics with his RGB keyboard.
Yeah.
And now I already told him you should definitely buy a creator laptop next time. Now we have them.
Well, if you want to have that more, let's say, business-like appeal indeed, and because that's the thing, right? These notebooks are sometimes are gaming laptops, even though I have to say in the past generations they already become, at least we have some series like the Stealth indeed, the GS, they've already become a little bit more toned down. Like they wouldn't be look weird in a business setting.
Exactly.
But these ones especially, they are they look business, they look like they mean business, and
this is made for business.
Yeah. And so that's really cool, and makes it more, I guess, suitable for those people who because still, if you come with like you remember those old school gaming laptops that they just looked gaming and like over the top gaming, right? Like aggressive on all sides and weird shapes and stuff like that. And if you walk into a boardroom meeting with that, people would just be like, seriously?
We still have that if you want, but there's with all these kind of series, we have so much more choices for everyone.
Yeah, it becomes more specialized into these areas. So basically, also what you want to communicate when you enter the room and you put down your laptop, it's like a statement, I guess, in a way.
Definitely. Yeah. All
right.
Regarding Summit, what also very important in business is safety.
Security, yeah.
Yeah, because hackers and everything, it's there. So
exploits.
Yeah. So what we actually build, there are some safety things in these notebooks. One of them is TPM 2.0. It's hardware-based security.
We all know that still from Windows 11, right?
Yeah. And these two I find very interesting myself. One I can definitely use sometime in the office when I'm running from meeting room to meeting room. Where's my laptop? With this, we have this find with tile function. Yeah. So you can always find your laptop. It's kind of find my iPhone.
Or like an AirTag kind of.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's really cool, to be honest.
Yeah, it is, and the Tobii Wear, and that's very interesting because it's kind of an eye tracking software.
Yeah, I think for those who remember, we also used to have. I'm not sure if we had it on the stream at some point. I think we may have, but Tobii indeed, I think, is most well known for their eye tracking. I'm not sure if that's their main thing anymore, but from what I remember, it used to be. And we had actually laptops with integrated Tobii modules where you could, it's like you could steer or operate the laptop or game by eye tracking, just by using your eyes.
That's this kind of software, but where they're using it now for is for safety. And in this safety, let's for example, I'm working and a person comes behind me and wants to talk to me. If I look away from the screen like this, then the eye tracking notice that I'm not looking at the screen, and then it blurs the screen. So also when I'm going away from, go AFK, because I have to go to the toilet or whatever.
And you forget to lock
the screen,
or whatever.
Then it blurs the screen automatically, so nobody can check it.
And will it then only unblur if can it detect you as a person, or is that maybe?
To be honest, I didn't
that's
really play with
the
this
next
feature
step.
a lot. So
Yeah.
I definitely have to play with it some more. But this is something I really want to try experimenting on, because I like to see when does it work and when does it not work. how safe is it? But this is quite a cool
Well, it's a
feature.
cool thing. Like, I mean, you see people working in public transport or, you know, in certain settings, not only in the office indeed. And sometimes you know, I also remember some people have that like privacy sheet, or how do you call that? It's like a little film that they can put.
Yeah.
So basically it restricts the viewing angles massively. Like normally you want really good viewing angles, so from any angle you can read anything and the colors look crisp. And but in these cases you actually want the most restrictive viewing angles because indeed of the privacy. So that if somebody happens to be sitting next to you in the train or wherever you're working, you don't want them to be able to read your emails or stuff like that, right? Because it's really sensitive information perhaps. So it's like the opposite of what you would normally look for as a gamer, for example. But it's really interesting indeed. Like this can really help to do that.
Yeah. So yeah, I like this. And this is where, of course, like if we go spec wise, they're good. I mean, we don't MSI. We always put in the good specs in it.
Yeah.
Like we
Well, you have them in all shapes and sizes,
Of course,
I guess.
of
In
course.
that case,
Yeah.
so there's entry level specs. There's like the highest end specs. So there's everything in between. I think at least that goes for pretty much all the ranges, all the models we're talking about today as well. That you have entry level ones and you have higher. Although some of the model series we're talking about today as well some are more inherently a little bit more towards the entry/mid range, and some are inherently more towards the mid and high end. So
exactly. But besides the specs, these kind of features is what MSI notebooks makes them stand out.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Very very concrete indeed. Like, you know, specific features and things that provide benefits within the field of what they're designed for.
Yeah. Exactly. Well. I don't know if there are any questions about
I'm just looking also at chat. If you see something, I mean, there's a big monitor. Again, this is just the first live stream here, so sometimes there'll be some communication. But there's a big monitor there. If you see something there, is the text big enough for you, by the way?
It's great. It's great. I see a lot of questions, but not regarding the summit. So I don't know if there are some summit questions. But I see already the MSI creator Z17 from Inuyasha, I think.
But there's one.
I hope I pronounce it correct. But we have it here, the Z16. So let's get it here. Or
maybe, I don't know if you want to first, because we talked about the summit a bit, or is there something you want to show about that a bit more? Maybe the ports.
I can show, but
if you want.
It has all the ports you need for a creator.
Because I'm not sure if there's anything new. No, I was talking about the Summit one as well.
Oh, the Summit one as well.
Yeah, if there's something there, because before we kind of put that one away and then move on to the next one.
Good point. I will, let's do that to show some ports.
Let's do the detailed cam there. There you can, So you have, let's see, that's a 3.5 millimeter audio port?
Exactly.
Yep.
This is for the SD card readers.
Yep.
And this is just a regular USB port.
Right.
This is quite interesting. This isn't a port. This is a button, a switch for the webcam.
So what does that do?
Well, it turns it off or on.
And that's a hardware switch, right? So it cannot be overridden. So that's also like a security feature.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. So. And on the other side,
no more need for people to put duct tape over their cameras.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
And then we have USB-C ports and HDMI ports for connecting and for charging and for data transferring. So whatever you need.
Because for those, I mean, you say USB-C, but those are, I'm not sure if people cannot see the markings on the side there, but I think those are also for charging in this model, right? Yep. Both of them or only one of them? Because I was looking at it earlier.
I assumed both. But,
I also thought I saw that.
But
okay.
Maybe a good thing to know. All the samples we have here are
production.
Pre-production. They are not these are not in all sorts the final product that you find in the market. So sometimes the markings or something.
Exactly.
They
some of the finer details can still be like not what you will find on the final product.
But as far as I know,
we're often dealing with I kind of want to say pre-production or evaluation sample. Maybe that's a better way of saying it.
Exactly. So sometimes those kind of details you miss, but as far as I know, both can be used for charge. And I see what's the model? Just joined. No problem. This is the Summit E14 Flip Evo.
Yeah. And also I see somebody maybe tackled this right now already, asking for the price of the Summit. Well, Okay, so the Summit is a whole series. You know, we can say prices of very specific models perhaps, but then also per region it will differ. But
Yeah.
there's really no point. I mean, we thought about it like, you know, what should we say about pricing? It really depends on the configuration. And your region as well. So it's different. Yeah, I mean, maybe for the Summit, is there like a range you can mention, anything like that, or is that already?
I can check for it, but it's only like eligible in the Benelux. So, yeah, and I
So
mean,
you guys, you have to imagine.
yeah.
I mean, Justin also his area of working is the Benelux, so he deals with euro pricing, of course. So he can't really say anything about prices in, I don't know, India, South America, US. That's not his area.
Yeah, there are so many different things that depend make the price. So it's hard to tell. But the best thing you can do is just have the price watchers.
Or look at your local e-tailers, retailers. You know, that's they in the end make the price basically.
Yeah.
But if you're interested in it, I mean, just look for these products in your local shops, and that's the best thing I think we can do. Because again, it really depends on. We can tell you a price right now based on the configuration we have here, but perhaps in your region, this configuration is not available, and they'll have completely different ones, and then you know the price will be different as well. Benelux means Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg. Indeed, for those who don't know. Thanks Mr. Mastodux. Always helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, so creator laptops in India. Sorry, I don't have a clue what they are going to do in India.
Yeah, we can, but also about availability. You know, just if you guys are going to ask about that, we can't really provide answers on that. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole sheet of which country exactly offers which models.
Nope.
Also, that's quite dynamic. You know, it always changes the models they provide. So again, the best thing to do is just look in your local shops and see what you find.
Yeah.
But the concept is really what it's about, and that's what we're trying to cover today. That's also why we don't really go into that much detail about the hardware here, because it's more about the whole concept of, you know, in this case, a business laptop, which kind of features it has that really are geared towards that purpose. And then, I mean, the hardware is, like I mentioned, the hardware is the hardware, and it depends on what configuration you'll find there. Rainbow Six game. Yeah, I know, Kaprinsky. Stick with us. It's coming up later.
All right.
But thanks for reminding me, because I do think that it might be a good time to do one giveaway.
I think too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so too. I also see Khaled Vanek asking for a free laptop, but we just gave one away. You missed it.
Yeah.
You just missed it. Nah, kidding. Not today. Sorry.
Unfortunately, I mean, that's the thing. We always get questions like that, like, oh, give me a free this, give me a free that. I mean,
I can understand that.
Sometimes we have hardware giveaways, but to be fair, we try to. It's always a hassle, because sometimes just logistical costs of sending it out to somebody from here, for example, can be higher than the price and the cost of that product itself. So it's sometimes ridiculous. Doesn't make sense. So now we kind of stick to our digital prizes. Let's see, let's draw one winner. So yeah, if you haven't participated yet, guys, most of you know the drill. Go to msi.com/2/insider, as you can see right over Justin's head there. Or you can click on the Gleam link in the chat on YouTube or Twitch. And let's see, and you can perform a couple of actions. The more actions you perform, the better your chance of winning. If you're a regular viewer and you participate in these giveaways pretty much every week, you will have loyalty points which you can throw into the mix, which will increase your chances of winning. So that's always nice. And I'm going to see if I can draw the first winner here. Bit of a drum roll. Ooh, all right. Yep, we have our first winner, but oh crap, wait, can we? Okay, so this person unfortunately didn't provide a nickname, and we're not allowed to mention actual names. What I can maybe do is call out their account name, basically, or the account that they used to register. I guess that's as close as it comes to a nickname. Otherwise, the only alternative is not to give you a prize. So, but anyway, congratulations to TBNR Pack 1. TBNR Pack 1. Congratulations, you're the first winner for today for a game code. please remember to fill in the nickname, guys. Anything. Otherwise, we may have to. If there's really nothing else that we can say, then we'll have to repick a winner. So you'll be missing out on a prize. So at least give us something to say and make it a nice nickname. If it's a nasty one, we'll also redraw it.
Definitely.
Because I mean, you can fill it in the way you want. But yeah, just keep that in mind, please. All right. Initials. Nah. Place of residence. Nah. We're not gonna go there. All right. Anyway, yes. So that was our first one. We'll draw some more winners later on during the live stream.
Definitely. Maybe after the creator notebook segment.
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on. So creator. Let's
go to the creator part.
Where is it? Yeah. Here we go.
Here we go.
Yes.
So I have it also right here. This is our newest Z17 creator notebook. We already had the Z16.
Yeah.
This one is slightly bigger.
17-inch.
Exactly.
Yes.
And it's powerful as hell. It's so powerful.
You can say the F word if you want. We've done it here.
It's my first time here, so I
powerful
keep
as
it down a bit.
All right.
No,
fair enough.
Of course, here the 12th Gen Alder Lake processor in there.
Yeah.
Up to 45% performance compared to the last one, 14 cores. And of course, the RTX 30 series graphics card. Yeah. Basically here Nvidia Studio takes in place as well. So Nvidia has also a lot of software which enhances the creation programs you might use.
For those of you who don't know, indeed, I think this is also the Nvidia Studio's, I think the driver package, correctly?
Yeah.
So indeed, Nvidia always provides, at least since a while ago, like a year, 2 years, they started providing 2 different driver packages. So you've got the game-ready drivers, which are for gaming, obviously for gaming products, and then there's the Studio drivers. So these products come pre-installed with the Studio drivers, which indeed have enhancements which help to increase the performance in professional creation applications like I think Adobe, rendering applications, all kinds of things.
Yeah, and here we go all out with the performance. I see already Inuyasha saying it. Whoa, i9. It also has up to a 3080 Ti in it. So yeah, this is a very, very, very powerful.
It's basically desktop replacement, right?
Basically, yeah. But
and
also,
I also see people. I mean, I saw something. Yeah, sorry, but some people saying. Jay Root was saying the GS77 is making me want to give up my MacBook Pro. Honestly, I thought maybe this one, because of the rounded shapes and stuff. It was more like it's a bit more in that regard in terms of design and look and feel, I guess. Yeah. And also things like color accuracy, because if that's important to you, usually. Mac is also chosen for that in a way by some people, but these ones, the Creator series, things like color accuracy, as you can see on the screen now, it's one of the big points about these products.
Exactly. The color, of course, creation model, so we were like, okay, we need color accuracy as good as possible. We need the best screen. So also here we have the QHD resolution, but plus, because it's also 17 by 10 in this case, 220 ppi. And also the 100% DCI-P3 color accuracy, the color range.
That's always a mouthful, that one.
Yeah, it's a mouthful, and it's very technical. Yes. To be honest, I'm not a creator as well, so I don't know all the ins and outs about what this is, but I do know that if you need the best color accuracy, that this is the specs you need for this. So very well. But also very important if you are rendering or if you are working on heavy programs is the cooling. And as you can see, it's not a particularly big laptop. It's quite thin. I'll switch to I will do it like this.
It's quite thin, I have to say.
It's quite
maybe
thin.
Here we go,
Yeah, so
it is very thin,
How are you going to cool that? That's the big question we had. So herefore we use Coolant Boost Trinity Plus, and that means you have 3 fans, 5 heat pipes, very thin fan blades, and that maximizes the cooling process. And what we also do is make the heat pipes go around or next to the warm, the components that get very warm. So the processor, the GPU, and everything. And that way we have the have to, we can make the cooling process
most efficient.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I mean, this is always the thing with laptops. For me, that was, in a desktop, cooling is relatively easy compared to laptops because you have way more space in general. If you have like a typical, I mean, if you have small form factors, it becomes a bit more of a challenge. But yeah, in laptops, it's always amazing to me that still the amount of performance you can offer, given the very limited space you have, because it's usually in terms of cooling and performance, a very easy equation is that the less space you have for cooling, potentially the less space you have for performance, right? That's usually how it goes. And then it's really, you have to be very creative and in engineering degrees and stuff like that in terms of how you can still use the space and keep it as compact as possible while still offering massive performance and enough cooling to cool that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I see here G Root saying the reason why I would buy a GS77 over the Creator is because of the ports on the backside. Yeah.
So that's also one of the differences indeed that you can see in some of the series, that the locations of the ports is a little bit different per series, maybe even per model. I'm not sure. Justin, is that?
Sorry?
So within the same series, are the ports always pretty much located on the same side?
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty much.
So that's consistent.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I also see is the RAM upgradable. To be honest, with the amount of RAM that you have in the notebooks at this point, I don't think you need to upgrade. It's up to 32 or 64 gigs of RAM, especially with these kind of notebooks.
Yeah.
So, if you buy the right model, I don't think you need to upgrade, to be honest. But yeah, it's upgradable.
It is. Yeah. So it's basically SD RAM models, right? Yeah. Or what is it? The modules, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, they are upgradable. And how much? I don't know if you know this, is a very specific question, but how much is the maximum supported RAM?
Ooh, good question. I didn't look that up for.
All right, that's okay.
Yeah.
Because it could be. I mean, especially with these Creator laptops, I would expect that they probably can support a bit more, indeed. Because usually, if you're talking about I don't know, render applications, Photoshop, things like that, you have to sometimes load big files. So indeed, lots of RAM is really a big thing here and important.
I can look that up later, but I thought the maximum was 64, but don't hold me down on it. Maybe it's even bit more.
Indeed, but I think that's usually, it's something related to the platform, to the Intel platform, right? That limits the amount.
And also very different on each queue, on each model. Yeah.
All right.
Then some other cool things in this, of course, also the Wi-Fi 6E, the best audio with Dyne Audio, MSI Center Pro. This is the MSI software which helps you efficiently make do your jobs and do your things. Yeah, there's a couple of cool features related specifically to productivity, right? Yeah, exactly. And the military grade durability. So what we did is make everything very sturdy, very powerful, so that you can have it. Yeah, you need this laptop to take it with you and do everything. Yeah. So here that's why it needs to be sturdy. Yeah, I saw somebody asking, Phase Walker was asking full aluminum chassis. I'm not sure if it's full aluminum, but I think most of it is aluminum. Yeah, most of it is. I'm not sure. Or even 100% on some models. Because it looks really nice in that way, and it looks like indeed all matte aluminum. Really nice finish. Yeah. And the bottom side as well, right, with perforated holes for the airflow. Exactly. Yeah. So as you can see. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's like probably not a unibody, but it is full aluminum and it's quite sturdy. It feels really sturdy, and it's yeah. I'm not sure indeed if that's what you wanted to know, Phase Walker, but hope that answers your question. Yeah. And then the battery, very powerful battery of 90 watt hour. It's an ultra slim battery as well, so yeah, it's very it's very you can use it very long time without using the battery or everything. But of course, I don't like to put numbers on this. No, it's always difficult indeed. If you're looking like, okay, how many hours or whatever, it depends on what you're doing always, and even things like the brightness of your screen. If you put it to the lowest brightness setting, it's going to last a lot longer than if you put it on the highest. Of course, so there are so many differences, but 90 watt hours is very big. Yeah. So you won't need the power cord all the time.
Now, and there's a limit, right, between to how big the battery can be in order to still have it legal to bring with you on airplanes and stuff like that. But I think one of the upcoming laptops has, I think, like the max pretty much that you can do. I think there was somebody who called it the barely legal battery, like it was just legal still. So that's quite a cool name, I think. But yeah, it's like really, you know, making the battery as powerful as possible, so you can still, you know, do things on the go and make sure you have plenty of power to do that.
Yeah, exactly. And also here with what Kemi Torres says, a long-lasting battery is nice, but maybe not for hardcore gaming.
No.
I do agree. For hardcore gaming, I would plug in the power cord as well if you are going hardcore gaming. But in case you are on the train or wherever you can plug in your power cord, you can do it, but. Of course, whenever
just need to do some quick Photoshop work or something, that should still be fine, you know, indeed. But also if you're doing like, I don't know, hardcore 3D rendering, it's probably the same story like gaming. Yeah. Because then you're really pushing the hardware, and then it can still do some, you know, because it will still last a bit, so you can still get some stuff done. But yeah, don't expect hours of productivity. No, probably.
Exactly.
The screen refresh rate, I mean, you can mention it, but I'm not sure. For creator products, it's a little bit less important. You still want it to be nice and responsive and smooth, but
it's quite high, to be honest, 165 hertz.
Yeah. So I mean, that's even fine for gaming, for FPS gaming if you want. And that's also something about these products, right? Yes, it's a creator notebook, but I mean, you can also play games on it if you want to. It's got ludicrously powerful hardware.
You can use the gaming notebooks for creation, of course, but it's what you want. It's just
and it's
choice.
Also, indeed, it's also like what kind of, it's a personal choice, I guess, also, because if you look at the laptops, they look different. It's also about what do you like, how it looks in terms of the design. Maybe even something as simple as Jay Root was saying, you know, the locations of the ports. Yeah. Can also be a decider for you.
Because here they're on the side.
Maybe you can.
So here they're on the side.
Show which ones these are.
As you can see.
So this is a full. So this is not a mini or micro SD card.
This is the full SD. Yeah.
And that's because most photographers, like professional photographers, are still using the full size SD. I think a lot of them.
Yeah, my girlfriend is a wedding photographer. Yeah. And she is always using the big ones. So this is ideal for her. Yeah. She also has also as you can see the HDMI and the USB, and on the other side, where it's also interesting with this is for the power. Yeah. This is USB charging as well. Yep. One at least is charging.
Thunderbolt, right? I believe.
Sorry.
A Thunderbolt.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. And then of course the audio jack.
Yeah, indeed. Also very important.
Yeah. So that's what we have besides gaming. So for business and creation, the Summit, for example, we have way more models. We have moderns, we have prestige models, we have so many models. But these are the new ones we already have in, so that's why we want to light them out. But we of course do gaming still.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we never stop gaming.
I will lay these one down here for a sec. Yeah. I can always pick them up if you have questions about it. So just
I mean, if you do have questions about these models, indeed, let us know. Yeah. Oh, maybe a question. Any plan for external batteries? Also, Kemi Torres was asking.
Not that I know of, to be honest. No.
Maybe, also, I think that's complicated, right? Because then it's like a, how do you say that? Like everything you do with in terms of mechanical attachments is a potential failure point as well, and that's always a thing. Like if you can possibly avoid it, it's probably best not to do it. I mean, sure, you can make it work. It's just it makes things more complicated. So the best thing you can do is what we've already done is just include pretty much the biggest battery that you can. Yeah. And that should hopefully at least, you know, when you do run into a situation you think, oh crap, I have to do something on the go, you have enough juice to get that done. And then, you know, for your serious work, of course, you plug it into the wall and then that's it.
Yeah, exactly. So, the gaming. We have two models here right now. Yep. So, first of all, I want to mention is that maybe we can show some videos about this.
Sure.
Because we have the Alder Lake models, and we already, I see already the GE Raider is very popular in the chat.
Yeah.
So all our models that you know of get an Alder Lake refresh.
Yes.
So also the Raider, but also the GS and Stealth, as we have them here. The GF Katana gets one. But we also have some other models which got an upgrade.
Let me know when the movie is ready.
Yeah,
and
I
about
will
ready to start.
start it right up. But let me check.
What is the price? I mean, we talked about this MD Rashid Salim. We can't really say pricing because it doesn't make any sense. These models come in so many different configurations. Obviously, a laptop with an i7 and then a 3060 is going to cost significantly less than a laptop with an i9 and a 3080 Ti. So there's really no point in saying any pricing here. It really depends on the models. So best thing we can say is just look which models are available in your local retailer, and then you'll instantly know the price as well.
I have one video here,
Yes.
and maybe it's good to start with the Raider, since that's the most popular in the chat.
Everybody's asking for it. Yeah, sure.
So let's go with that one first.
All right. Yeah. So the Raider GE.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got the nice Mystic Light bar.
Exactly, and all the RGB keys and everything.
Yeah. Per key RGB. Yeah. i9, 12th gen, of course.
Of course, up to i9. Yeah.
Yep.
And let's check. Yeah, of course, up to the 3080 Ti.
Yeah.
Then we go to with overboost. We can use 2020. What?
200. So that's, I think, is that the top configuration for
This
the 3080 Ti?
This is the top. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's the most powerful one. Because indeed, for laptops in general, I think it used to be a thing. Now it's pretty transparent because I think we mentioned the TDPs, but for a while it was quite, I don't want to say a mess, but it was quite unclear. I mean, you could buy, at that point, I think it was still 3080, but you didn't know what the performance was like, because some of them were very high TDP and some of them were very low. But yeah, luckily now you can tell, and basically the higher TDP, it means, of course, it can use more power, and it will probably produce a bit more heat, but that also means it has a lot more performance.
Yeah.
So it really depends on what you're looking for, but it is worth looking at, because if you do want the highest possible performance, you want the configuration and the GPU with the highest TDP as well. So it's basically just a little bit of advice for you guys. If you don't know that yet, it is something worth looking into.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was the GE Raider, and of course, as you can see, also gets the 12th Gen Alder Lake update.
Yeah. All right, wait, let me switch back. All right, yeah.
Yeah. So
there's no video sound. Yeah, it could be. It's honestly, the sound in the videos, I've turned it down quite low as well, because it's like background music. There's not like somebody talking in the videos telling you what you're seeing. So you're gonna have to make do with us talking over it, I'm afraid.
Yeah, sorry.
Maybe some of us can try and imitate some music, but not sure if that's gonna make your day.
Let me check if I can look up something else. But let's go first to these one here we have here.
Yeah.
Because these are the models we can actually show in real life.
Yeah, I think maybe that's indeed the most interesting. I mean, everybody can watch, if you like, there's a ton of movies as well on MSI YouTube. So yeah, and of course there's all the information you want to find about these models you can also find on msi.com. So if you do want to have more information, or specifically something about specs or something, you can always find that on our website. So yeah, let's just try and focus more on the things we can actually show with the physical samples here.
Exactly.
While we have the chance.
Yeah. So let's start with the Stealth 15M.
Yes.
Yeah. So
what's the Stealth segment, and also what is it? Because I think there you've got a GS, which I always thought, and maybe it still is, like the S in the GS series stands for Stealth, correct? Or
yes.
used to.
Yeah.
And now there's because this model it's Stealth 15M, so there's a full word Stealth. So what is the difference between these models? Maybe you can explain for our viewers.
Most of it's spec wise, and this is more about the mobile. The M already says it's about the mobile components in it.
Right.
So
mobility focused.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very thin, very powerful, but way more mobile than the bigger ones. Although these are also quite mobile and quite thin, these are taking that stuff up a notch. But if you're looking purely spec-wise, then for example the the 3080 Ti's and everything, you won't find them in the Stealth 15M models.
Right.
You
Because
will
do you know what it goes up to, the Stealth
up
15M?
to 3060.
Up to 3060,
Yeah,
right. Okay.
i7 in it, so
Yeah. So still pretty friggin' decent. But indeed, it's not like the top of the line indeed, because again, you gotta make some sacrifice if you're going for full mobility. Meaning also it's really easy on the go, still quite powerful. But yeah, and I think, is it fair to say that this is more, I don't want to say entry level, but like mid-range?
Yeah, mid-range. Yeah.
And then the GS series and the GE series Raider is more the mid to high end, right?
Exactly.
It's one way of saying it. It's probably not, it's still simplified a bit too much, but it's kind of one way of trying to give it a place for you guys of what how the two relate to each other.
Exactly. So that's it. And if you want to, I think if you look MSI wise, you can say this is more the entry level.
Yeah.
If you look like gaming in common in the market, then this is definitely already mid range. So it's good to know. Maybe hard to say, but I think MSI starts at
MSI entry level is in general mid-range.
Yeah,
okay.
That's how
Fair
I
enough.
would say it, to be honest.
Yeah. We don't do the real entry level, basically.
No. Yeah, so basically that is for the Stealth and the GS. Yeah, I already mentioned this. This is business during the day, gaming at night. You can use this for everything, and it's powerful as F.
Right.
Yeah. It has the new design, of course. I also have some slides prepared, so I can show you some features about these two. But yeah, they're very, very nice.
Yeah. I had a chance to try them both a little bit while setting up for this live stream. I have to say both are really enjoyable.
Yeah, we're going to play on these two, right?
Sorry?
We're going to play on these two.
Yes. Right. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I will get the PowerPoint out again. Let me check.
Yeah, let me know when it's ready.
Yeah, it is right now.
Okay. Yes.
All right. So GS77. Again, I always start with the same thing, the new 12th gen, up to i9 in this case, and of course also the best RTX card available for the notebooks now. Yeah. 3080 Ti in it. So
with 16 gigs of memory, so that's also
super powerful.
Yeah.
Super powerful. But then one of the most important things, again, same as the creator, how are you going to keep all these very large and very heavy components cool in such a small chassis? Yeah. Well, Coolant Boost 5 does the trick here. Here you have 2 fans, but with even a thinner fan blade, and 6 heat pipes, all wrapping around the most hot components.
And the 5 in Coolant Boost 5 is about the generation, I guess. It's like the 5th generation of Coolant Boost.
For the Coolant Boost 4 and everything. Yeah. So this is new architecture, and this generates more than 2 times the airflow to previous ones. So more airflow means more cooling, so less throttling. Yeah. And also here, this is the
barely legal battery.
This is the legal one. Yes. So 99.9 watt-hour battery. This is if you get bigger, you can.
If you do 100, indeed, I think it's illegal, right? That's the limit.
It's illegal.
Yeah. So this is the maximum you're still allowed to bring on a plane. Above that, I think they consider it a hazard, a potential hazard, because batteries. It's always an iffy thing, and with the change in air pressure and stuff like that, if something goes wrong in the battery, it can the stuff can happen to it, and then airlines are basically saying, look, anything above a certain size, basically, or capacity is too dangerous, and they had to draw the line somewhere. So this is right up there. It's the maximum you can do to still be allowed to bring it on an airplane.
Yeah, not if they go bigger.
No, indeed.
Then the keyboard, of course, it's gaming, but it also has to be stealth, so more distinct and more sophisticated. So we did the RGB per key, and as you can see, it's per key. So you don't have the RGB behind the keys, but really in the keys. So it's very distinct, it's very cool, and you can customize it any way you want. Whenever you want. So you can also turn them off during business meetings and ever. But when you go gaming and you turn into your alter ego at night, then you can go full out RGB.
And they also have these profiles, right? So if you start up some specific games, I think it will detect it, and then it will highlight the keys that you actually use during the game.
You can, and you can, of course, you have these profiles, which presets
There's a couple of
everything
presets,
for you, but you can also do the settings yourself.
Yeah.
Depending on what kind of keybinds you prefer, what settings you prefer, what kind of games you play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course also Wi-Fi 6E here, because as we already said, this is a very distinct laptop, so you can also use it for business. So
but even for gaming, connectivity is always, I mean, for business it's important, obviously, because you want to make sure that wherever you are, you can connect to the internet or whatever and have network. But for gaming, it's maybe even more important if you take your gaming seriously, that is, and if you're into multiplayer gaming, because things like lag, interrupted connections, that kills it. Right?
To be honest, when if you're going to play online games on the Wi-Fi, I wouldn't ever prefer that, because you don't know what the Wi-Fi is doing.
Yeah.
If you are going to do this technique helps you to get the best out of it. So if you are going to try it, use these kind of laptops which support the Wi-Fi 6E.
Yeah.
You can also, of course, at the back, I will show it here. You can also put in the Ethernet cable, the LAN cable.
Yes.
So I would prefer that, but what's very cool about this is what about Steam updates and everything, your game updates. I know these games are getting crazy big right now, like 50 gigs of patches every time. Yeah. So then there you also need the fast Wi-Fi for it. You can just download your updates during the day, during work, and then can immediately play after work.
Yeah, and to be honest, I mean, Wi-Fi 6E, we're now pretty much at the point where it's really becoming, it's rivaling both the speed, but also pretty much the latency. As long as, I mean, assuming there's no interference, it doesn't really matter that much anymore if you're doing, if your network is properly configured. You have a Wi-Fi 6 router, of course, obviously you need that to make use of the full capabilities of Wi-Fi 6 or 6E. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I've also tried a little bit, and I was updating games on these very laptops there, and I actually did that on a wireless connection. And I mean, the speed was just, it didn't matter here if I put in the gigabit connection on a wired connection or just downloaded it from the Wi-Fi 6E.
Exactly.
So it really,
it's a game maker.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So that's about the GS77. Then let's go to the Stealth 15M. It's smaller, bit more thinner, bit more mobile, but as you can see, quite powerful. i7 in it, up to an RTX 3060 with 6 gigs of video RAM. Yeah. So yeah, still quite powerful. Besides the smaller and the thinner model. Yeah,
and I mean the i7 also. It has, what did it say? 14 cores.
Yeah. Yeah. 14 cores actually.
I remember I used to have a laptop and I think it had 4 cores, and I was like, oh, 4 cores.
Yeah, quad core.
We're already at 14. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah. How are you gonna call that?
How am I gonna, how am I gonna ever saturate that kind of capacity? Yeah. Anyway, we'll find a way.
Yes. Here we also use Coolant Boost 5.
Yeah.
Still the more
different configuration.
Yeah, different configuration. Yeah. So it's the same architecture with one less heat pipe.
Yeah.
So,
but still the very thin fan blades you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Which still means it displaces the 2.3, 2.4 times amount of air.
Yeah, but here we have up to 2.3 times I think the better airflow. Yeah. Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah.
Literally, that's cool.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah, and here we use the Intel Wi-Fi 6. Also super fast, and the new standard for Wi-Fi 6. So good to have that on your laptop, I think. Here we also have the keyboard lit up, but it's the exclusive Spectrum backlight keyboard. So this is a config from MSI itself, and you can it's backlit. So it's not per key RGB doable, but you can have some very cool RGB keyboard settings if you want.
Is it basically in divided up into areas? Because I see in the visual there, like some the normal keyboard keys, basically the QWERTY whatever, are a different color than the function keys and arrows around it.
And as far as I know, you can also have the settings however you want it. So for example, we have if you play a lot of shooters, you can do the WASD things light out.
Okay.
So there we have you have different areas which you can highlight.
Yeah. So it's not per key, but it's basically divided up into a couple of areas.
Yeah. Exactly. And yeah, of course, ultra thin and ultra light. This is the most mobile laptop you find. 70mm thin, under 2 kilograms. So it's very light. Even I can lift it with one hand, so it says a lot.
You're not a big gym guy.
Not a big gym fan.
Fair enough. But I mean, that's really the difference as well between the GS77 that you were holding and this one. Both are gaming oriented, both are gaming laptops, but one is really more geared towards, and we said this before, towards mobility, which is this one, the Stealth 15M.
Definitely.
So that's really if you want to stay mobile, lightweight, thin, and you don't necessarily need the top of the range hardware. I mean, the thing that's in here, which is still pretty freaking powerful, i7 and then a 3060. You will
notice when we will play Rainbow Six. That's a quite new game, and it will run quite very smooth. So yeah.
So, but if you do want the higher end configurations or need them, then that's really indeed more. Then you go more into the GS territory or the GE Raiders, and even those you have in. I guess you still have them in similar configurations as the top end in the Stealth 15M, but that's where they start basically, and then they pick up to the higher level.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's kind of how you can make a choice between those as well, and basically how to make sense of these segments. And of course, I mean, basically the choices, the design is made accordingly. Being thin and light also means that in this case, Stealth 15M, of course, is a bit smaller. It's quite thin. I'm not sure. I mean, is there also a Stealth 17, or is that not really?
It's coming. But I don't know if it's coming in the Benelux. I saw notice that the model is being made, but to be honest, I don't know for sure if they are launching it also in the Benelux. But
fair enough.
Yeah, it depends on region again.
Okay. All right. So then maybe have a closer look at these specific models in more detail into the camera.
So, I think let's do the 15M first. As you can see, again, can't express this enough how thin and how light it is. That's very cool, but still has the 3060 in it and the i7 in it. So port-wise, it's a bit smaller. The options, of course, USB-C and for the power cord, and also here you have the audio jack. But that's it. And over here you have 2 more USB-C ports. And the USB. And then HDMI.
And one of them, I see, can be used as a display port.
Yeah, this one is for the display, and this is data transferring.
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, still plenty of connectability, especially if you're gonna. I mean, you have these hubs these days, the USB hubs. So if you really want to connect more stuff to it, but honestly, usually all you need is a mouse, maybe a headset, and that's
and
what
also,
most people will use.
Since this is also very aiming for the mobility, the more you connect to it, the less mobile it gets. So,
well, that's the thing, and not just that, but the more connectors you want to include, also the less because then you'll need a bigger platform. It becomes more expensive, and so you're kind of moving away from the concept if you would do that. So it's purposefully, you have to limit the amount of connectors there, but you can do a lot with it. So
then we have the GS77.
Yeah.
We already put so many fat fingers on it.
Well, we've been touching it all over. We can't help it.
Yeah. So
don't judge. You guys would be touching it too if it was anywhere near
fingers
you.
on the background, but you can see again the new design.
Yeah.
And of course, all the ports you need USB-C, you just regular USB over here, and the audio jack. Also here you have the webcam lock switch, which is very good for your privacy. Yeah. And here also the big SD card reader and some USB-C ports, but as already mentioned, some on the back as well. So this is for the power, HDMI, and the internet.
Yeah, I mean, I really like that one as well. We'll see that later on, because if you are using either an external screen or a like we're going to do later on as well, capture it through HDMI. In some laptops you'll have to plug the cable into like either the right or the left side, and if it's the right side, most people are right-handed, as am I, so it will be kind of in the way for your mouse potentially. So this one, especially when both the power connector and HDMI are at the back, it really, and you'll see that later on because Justin is going to play on the GS77.
Yeah.
That really helps because it just keeps all those cables out of the way, which is brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. I also see Simi say something about the card reader is a no-go for my mobile platform. I can understand that. Though I think in the idea of MSI, if you need the mobile photographer, videographer, card reader things, go for the creator models. We already showed
or even
a
the
bit.
Summit, right? I think even the Summit had one.
But if you are looking also for the heavy Photoshop things, I think the creator is best because of the specs in it, the hardware in it.
Yeah, it's really geared towards that.
Yeah, and here you do have the card readers you need. So then I think, Simi, you should go for the creator models because these are also quite light. This is a big model. This is the 17 inch. We also have them from 16 inch, so even a bit smaller, which make it more mobile. But then please go for this because I think then you have the platform you need.
Yeah, the best one for your purpose as well.
Yes.
All right. I think it's maybe time for another giveaway.
I think so.
What do you think?
I think so too.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, you guys know the drill. You can go to msi.com/2/insider or click on the Gleam link being shared in the chat every 5 minutes on YouTube and Twitch. The more actions you perform, the better your chance of winning. Of course, if you're a regular viewer, please use your loyalty points. You can do that every single live stream. They don't get deducted. They just add up the more you participate every time you do. And it just enhances your chance of winning, which is, in this case, pretty nice. You can win a game code for Rainbow Six Extraction, which again, it's a really nice game, I have to say. I never really got into Rainbow Six Siege, even though it is a pretty nice game. But then I had my thoughts about this one. I thought, Rainbow Six, I'm not sure. But then I tried it, and it's really nice. I would like to say I'm hooked, even though I don't really have the time to be. But it would be. It's quite addicting. When I do get into it, it's hard for me to put it down. Let's put it like that.
Okay, so. I hope so. Yeah, I didn't play it yet, to be honest.
No. All right. Okay.
No, I was busy with Dying Light 2.
Yeah, I see so many people in my Steam friends list playing that.
And also my time is limited, so I have to make choices.
That's it. Honestly, guys, if you're a regular viewer, you'll know Eric, and Eric is a hardcore Battlefield fan, right? So he's been playing the crap out of Battlefield 2042. However, even he was, I'm not sure if he maybe already tried it a little bit, but he was tempted. He said, so many of my, regular Battlefield buddies are now playing that Dying Light 2, and he's like, I feel like I have to try it because if they are tempted to play it must be really good. And so it's really interesting to see that. Anyway, we have a new winner, and their name is, I'm going to try and pronounce it, but I'm probably going to butcher it, so excuse me. YFan 2002. YFan 2002, and it's a YFan with PH, so it's anyway difficult to pronounce for me. But don't worry. We've got your contact details, and we're going to send you the code anyway, so you'll get it, whether I get the name right or not. So that should hopefully make up for it.
Exactly.
Congratulations anyway. Guys, don't forget that you can still participate. We'll still give away a few more codes later on this stream. So don't worry if you haven't won yet. You'll still have plenty of chance to do so. And let's continue on. Let's see if the chat still has anything before we move on as well.
Don't talk negative about Battlefield 2042. Yeah,
Eric. It's it's fine.
It's Eric himself.
Yes, Eric himself is in the chat, obviously. All right, so Eric, I take this to mean that you haven't tried or switched to Dying Light 2 yet, then. Clear. Got it. All right. Let's see. Okay, so Ashriel, I've seen your question a couple of times. I think you were asking about when the MEG Artemis 241 mini LED monitor is going to come out. To that, I can only say be sure to watch next week's live stream. I don't want to say it's going to be about that monitor specifically, because I don't think it is, but Ja will be there. And as you all will know, Ja is the guy to ask the monitor questions. He is all about the monitor, so he'll be able to answer that, I think. Arizon is asking, do these new laptops have adaptive sync or some kind of G-Sync type of thing? Is that... I remember a lot of these laptops were kind of like, because they're like a fixed system, it's much easier to kind of, make sure that they can use some kind of adaptive sync or G-Sync, because you don't have to take into account all the different possible monitors or whatever with desktops that you can find.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a good question.
A good question. So good that I'm going to check it, double check it for you.
Okay. See if we have some other questions in the meantime. What's the best motherboard for Workstation? I honestly don't. Maybe is it still Threadripper? I don't know. TRX 40. I don't know. Hopefully Michiel can answer that one a bit better than I can. I'm not really at home in Workstation motherboards. Sorry, but yeah, maybe Michiel can answer that one at some point. I also see a question from Twilight Star. I'll try to answer that one after.
Yeah, I
after
don't see. For now, I don't see anything about the FreeSync or adaptive sync thing. But if I get the info in, then I'll let you guys know.
Honestly, I think if that info is there, you could probably find it on the product page as well.
Exactly, and there it is not. So I think it's not there.
Well, in that case, either it's it's not highlighted, or maybe it's not included. Indeed. Twilight Star. So will any AMD 6000 mobile CPU laptops be coming from MSI? Because I know we do have an AMD lineup since, like 2 years ago or something we started with it. I'm not sure if we have information about it or if we can talk about it.
I don't have all the info yet.
Okay.
So at this point I can really make good statements about this.
Fair enough.
So let's do not. But yeah, we do have the AMD lineup, and it also keeps evolving. So yeah.
So it makes sense that at some point, probably. I mean, we can't promise anything, and we don't have the specific info right now. But it's highly likely. Let's put it that way. At some point. Yeah.
And also a question from Mama Tartusi.
Yes.
Is there a difference in cooling between it?
Ooh, which one do you mean it?
Yeah.
I think is the main question there. Do you mean the Stealth 15M or do you mean the GS77? Like the big one he was holding? Yeah. In general, because the GF66, that's like
a katana.
I was going to say, that's a katana.
Yeah, that you can compare that mostly to the mid range, but then the above side of the mid range laptops we have. So it goes up to RDX 3070 even.
So just a little bit above. Well, it's a different concept than Stealth 15M as well, right?
Exactly.
It's not
but we also
quite
have
as mobility.
With 3050, for example. So it's quite. Yeah, it goes all the way up the spectrum from entry to mid range.
Right.
So, but the idea of the cooling is the same. It also uses Coolant Boost. So with the fans and with the heat pipes around the most warm and most hot components. So the idea is the same, but I hope that answers your question, to be honest.
Luca77, I take it you have 1.3 $1,300, $1,300 at your disposal, and you're asking if you should buy a gaming laptop or a gaming PC. It depends. If you want to be mobile and you want to take it with you, then obviously a laptop is the way to go. Yeah. But if you're going to be putting it at the same place and just playing games on it, probably a gaming PC, a desktop will get you just a little bit more performance. But really, it depends on what you're looking for. Is the Titan still a thing?
At this point, no.
No, right?
Not like we don't have any refreshed.
No. What was the last one? Do you remember?
To be honest, not.
No, I remember from a long time ago. Those were the ridiculous ones, though, weren't they?
Yeah, with two chargers and everything.
Yeah, two chargers, 2 graphics cards, I remember, and a full mechanical, like a full-size mechanical, not low profile. Yeah. No. Full-size mechanical keyboard. That was just nuts.
Exactly. Yeah. To be honest, maybe that's also to explain. I've been working here for 4 years, but I worked for the desktop and the monitor department.
That's where you started.
The first 3 years. So
correct.
I've only doing notebooks for 1 year now.
Yeah.
And yeah, the GT, the Titans, they were before, were in the time they were still doing desktops and monitors. So, yeah. At this point, we don't have any new model, Alder Lake GT model right now.
No.
But yeah, never say never. I always say
Exactly.
never say never.
It's kind of like our Lightning cards, you know, graphics cards. That every now and again, you know.
Yeah.
We used to have them pretty much every generation, but now indeed we don't have them. And to be fair, with overclocking as well, it's kind of difficult, you know. Nvidia and AMD are pretty much gearing these cards and the chips already to get as much out of them as possible, especially compared to a lot of years ago. But yeah, who knows? Maybe it will at some point it will reappear.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I'm looking into getting a gaming laptop for Escape from Tarkov. What's cheap but will still run well? Oh,
yeah, I think it's very difficult.
Yeah.
What's cheap? I mean, yeah, it's 2,000
If you find a
euros
good deal on something
yeah.
and it happens to be like a really good deal in your area, then yeah. But and in general, I mean, any of these laptops, I think, I mean, I don't play Escape from Tarkov myself, but I think it's not really a very light game, right? It still requires quite a bit of hardware power to run it. But I think honestly, something even like the Stealth 15M we have here with the 3060, it's a full HD monitor. So with the 3060, that should run just, and an i7 in there, that should run just fine. So anything pretty much from our mid-range lineup should probably still do fine. But I guess it depends also on what you're expecting it to do or what you want it to do. If you want to be able to run it on, I don't know, crazy high FPS, then probably you're better off buying something with a bit more power.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cheap with a Tarkov level game is going to be challenging, yeah. I think so.
Yeah, you have to look for the deals then.
yeah. But hey, you know, you can always get lucky.
Of course.
Okay, cool. What's next? What should we do? Should we?
Well, let's play some Rainbow Six,
did you have some other specific models you wanted to highlight as well? You had because we did have a really cool model that was specifically geared towards the game we're giving away as well, right?
Let me check if I can find something about this because that is very cool. It's also already in the Benelux, but again, I can't say anything about other regions because
no, and it's also quite. It's like I don't want to say limited edition, but kind of, right? It's not.
This one is limited.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
For this one is limited. I can speak for the Netherlands. We have 50 pieces.
That is limited. Yeah.
So, yeah, I can show you this. Maybe I have a video ready.
Is it a video?
For you guys. Yeah, I have a video.
Cool. So as you can see, it is Rainbow Six Extraction.
Yeah.
Themed.
Wait, I will put on the audio and then show you this.
Here we go. So there's some audio should be in the background now. So yeah, it's a Rainbow Six Extraction themed
notebook.
laptop,
yeah, exactly.
Which is
it's
really
in the GL Crosshair series. And yeah, so basically this is the Crosshair, but then themed with the Rainbow Six look. So yeah, so as I said, it's limited, depending on the region and the country, of course, where you are. But yeah, here in the Netherlands and the Benelux, especially, it's limited. So yeah, if you want one, and if you are a fan of the game, especially, yeah, you wouldn't want to miss this because you get you get it with an i7 and 3060 notebook. You have also the exclusive MSI Spectrum backlight keyboard, and this one has a full 140 TGP video card already. So this one has a very powerful graphics card.
And it said in the movie up to 3070.
Yeah, up to 3070, but then I can only speak for the Benelux.
Yeah.
We have the 3060 model, but
Right.
there are maybe somewhere in the world the 3070 models. Yeah.
But I mean, I really like the look of it as well. It looks really cool.
Yeah, definitely. If I have the sample, I will definitely bring it to you.
Yeah, I was asking you already a couple of weeks ago, right?
I know. Yeah,
indeed.
I know.
Yeah. I were like it's like a tug of war, as in I was trying to intercept it because I was saying, let me know when you get it, and
also
then
the
see if we
timing
can
needs to
just
be-
yank it out of your hands for one live stream and then show it. But
Exactly. Yeah, but
timing has to be right.
and lucky. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But
Exactly.
yeah, maybe at some point turns into an auto turret. Yeah, but shh, don't.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's gonna get blacklisted
sell it
for
anymore.
airlines and stuff. Anyway, no, but I mean it's really cool, and it looks really nice indeed. Yeah, let's see. Indeed, yeah, we already talked about the was it the Raider indeed. Are there any other series you want to highlight, mention, or
At least mention. I can show anything.
well, maybe
unfortunately
even the
from-
product page. I mean, just if you're talking about just pull out the product page and
Maybe we can do
just-
that.
That's always at least shows some information about it.
Let me check. Maybe it's good to show the Vector series. Because the Vector is the GP series, and we know the GP series from the previous generations as the GP Leopard.
Yeah.
But now it became the Vector.
It used to be. It's very popular series. I remember.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I used to
because-
see them freaking everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I have it here on my screen at the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
So as you can see, this is the Vector, born for performance, as it says. But the cool thing about this is also all the high-end specs. This goes also up to 3080, I believe. So, and also with the i9, so you get super powerful, but it's a bit more. It's in between the sophistication of the GS Stealth
Yeah.
and the all-out of the GE Raider. So this is even in between of those two flagship models.
Right.
So it's very interesting to see what they can do. As you can see, Msi Overboost works up here as well. So you have the up to 210 watt
Total
power in it.
So it's both with the GPU and the CPU.
Yeah,
indeed.
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What can I say? Up to the QHD resolution with variety of options. So up to 360 hertz.
in general, because it says that indeed, but I think in general it's usually 1080p will be a 1080p monitor is 360 hertz indeed. That's why it says up to 360.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think the QHD will be 360, right? Probably not.
I suspect not. I can check.
Yeah, usually that's to around. I
So
mean, there you go. If you're
here you
looking
have
for
it.
configurations, that's also where you can see them indeed. Just go to the specifications, and there you can see.
QHD is 240 hertz.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
So
And even there, it depends per model, I guess.
so
I mean, there's so many variables, so it's difficult to kind of give you one answer or one clear picture based on a single line.
exactly. So that's why it's so hard. But these kind of websites really helps us, and you can see what the differences are. You can also a bit see what's more in your taste for this kind of laptops. Coolant Boost 5 in it. Basically everything you need and expect for a gaming laptop. This is very cool. Also here the per-key RGB gaming keyboard. For example, if I want to do FPS, it only highlights this, or MOBA. But of course you can just do whatever you want with it. You can fully customize it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's basically it for what I want to show or what I want to highlight.
All right. Shall we then try and fire up the game and see what's going on? So while we do that, I'll also see if I can if you can bring me one of those notebooks, and then probably the Stealth 15M. Yeah. And then in the meantime, I will draw another winner.
That's cool.
Because if you haven't participated yet, you can still win copies of the game. Thank you. Here we go. Haha, just to show you guys, I actually got it here. It's real time. Like the fastest mail ever. I'm gonna put it down here on my little desk as well. If you haven't participated yet, you can still win game codes for Rainbow Six Extraction. And we're gonna draw our next winner. Let's see. And as you can see, Justin is connecting the laptop there indeed. Don't forget to connect the power. I think that should be underneath the table there as well. I mean, usually we always try to hide the cables as much as possible, like cable management on live stream.
Yeah.
But in some cases, especially when connecting these things, or like some of the test builds we have there, sometimes just impossible. So you'll see some cables running through it. Don't worry about it. Yep. I think that the network I've configured it. I think I configured it that it connects to the Wi-Fi, so you don't need to connect a cable. Which is also, again, it's already a nice test of the capabilities of this laptop. So the next winner, let's see, I'm trying to do multiple things at once. The next winner for our game code is called, well, his nickname is Tijn. Congratulations, Tijn. We'll get you the game code ASAP after the live stream. Have fun playing the game we're about to play as well. For the rest of you, don't worry. We'll still give away a couple of game codes later on this live stream, so make sure you participate. And let's see what's going on in chat. Love the position of the cables. Yeah, I think this one was the best to show you guys. Oh, I think your power connector came loose.
No.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it did.
Just a heads up. I shouldn't have told you. Well, no, it's a cooperative game. If it would have been a versus game, exactly. I would have not told you probably.
But we have this great battery capacity in this one, so I wouldn't have any problems for the first hours.
That depends on how long the stream continues, right?
Yeah, that's true.
If I drag it out. All right, let's see.
I'm booting already.
Yeah, I haven't. Sorry, I've yet to connect everything because I really have to connect like the power connector, the HDMI cable for the capturing, and the mouse. So we're actually going to play on it. Yeah, one caveat: we don't have audio ourselves. We tried to get it to work, but it's really become a bit of a pain in the ass, I have to say. With apparently with Windows 11 or something, we can't get it to work properly where you can hear it on the stream, because we have to display the sound, or basically send it through the HDMI capture, of course, or otherwise you wouldn't be able to hear it. But at the same time, in what we did in the past, there's a thing called stereo mix in the Windows sound settings, and there you could basically just set the recording device to listen to whatever, for example, what we're sending out on the stream, and then to play that through the headset you connected. And that used to work just fine, but for some reason it doesn't work since pretty much Windows 11. So something there is kind of screwing with it in a way. So we've prioritized you guys over ourselves, so you guys will be able to hear the audio. Please let us know if there's somebody creeping up behind us. and don't worry about the latency, like the stream latency. We'll try to keep that in mind. So we can basically say, oh, now you tell me. I'm already dead. No, so it's a little bit, if there is some stuff going on behind us, and you guys can clearly hear that there's, stuff's kicking off behind us, but we obviously, unfortunately, cannot hear it, so we'll have to make do. Let me see. Should be able to hopefully control stuff through the Steam Deck, because I've got a small desk here, and I'm trying to, I have a full-size keyboard, mouse set up and stuff like that, and a laptop on here as well. Let me see. I think
just let me know. I'm waiting for you. No worries. No hurry. Also.
Yeah. All right, let me boot up the game. Oh yeah, please make sure you also start MSI Afterburner if you haven't already, because I configured it. Because what I will do, guys, is I'll put it side by side basically. So basically, on my side of the screen there will be the Stealth 15M, and on just inside of the screen there will be the GS77 gameplay footage. And then I've configured, at least tried to, I hope it's still in the right position. I've configured the Afterburner OSD to display the FPS counter in real time, and also in a graph, so you can actually see the performance differences. Both of us will be playing at 1080p. Maybe we need to also sync the settings to kind of make it a proper comparison then, Justin, when we get into the game.
Yeah.
Let me just fire up the Ubisoft Connect, And let's see if this works already. Ooh, yep, you're already in the game. I bound the OSD to trigger on Shift plus Q. So if you press Shift plus Q, hopefully it should appear in the middle of your screen. Maybe try it a couple of times.
Moment.
Let me see, games, this one, play.
I have now this, and the game over here.
Yeah. Can you, did you press Shift Q a couple of times?
Yeah.
It's like a toggle that should hopefully, it should work, but if not, maybe restart the game while Afterburner is already running.
Yeah.
Hopefully that should fix it.
Let's try it again.
JRoot, yeah, blame Windows 11. Hey, maybe it's our own gross incompetence. I'm not ruling that out at all. It's just, it's like we're looking for patterns, like, hey, when did this start happening? And, you know, kind of also trying to find a solution then, obviously. It starts with trying to localize, hey, when did this happen? And where can we possibly maybe find a solution? And the answer was, well, around the same time we switched to Windows 11 on most of our, you know, the PCs that we play on. So that kind of stood out. I mean, we have yet to really determine if that is indeed the root cause, and how to solve it if we can. Why is this not working? Oh, now it is. All right. But yeah, and if any of you guys, because we know sometimes you guys have way more knowledge of these things than we do. We're just, you know, we're just scraping by.
With Shift Q.
Ah, there you go. Yes, nice. Oh, and there's mine as well. I know that the MSI Insider tag is a little bit in the way, but I think you can clearly still see the FPS itself, and both the big number at the top and the smaller number plus the graph. And the graph is basically, I included that to show you if there is like a lot of variance or if it's really smooth, like if there's a lot of up and downs in terms of performance.
I shall invite you to my squad.
Oh yeah, thanks. Shift. Yeah, sorry. I was also looking at the chat.
No problem.
My daughter and my girlfriend are saying hi. Hello. See you in a bit. First, Daddy has to play some games. Important stuff. All right.
Whenever I say that to my wife, she doesn't believe me.
Oh, no. Mine doesn't really buy it either. But you know, since I'm on stream, you know, it's hard for her to refute that. Yes, indeed, this is part of your job. MSI needs to increase the battery capacity. Yeah, if you. I'm not sure if you're just trolling, but in part of the live stream we talked about what is the maximum you can do, and actually the laptop that Justin is playing on has the maximum capacity that we can do before you actually get like banned from air travel in terms of the battery. So.
Quick, we found the game, even though we're on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I was still going to say we need to check our settings.
Yeah. Of course.
Ah, don't worry, we can do that a little bit.
Rainbow 6.
You can already see, Justin, maybe we need to say which so you are playing on a PS77, which has it's an i9, right?
Yeah,
With
12,900H.
12,900H, all right. And a RTX 3080 Ti.
Yes.
Which do you know which TDP configuration that one is?
No, sorry, not
off the top of your head. Okay, don't worry. I mean, it's probably one of the higher ones.
Exactly.
And then I'm playing on the Stealth 15M, which is using a i7. Wait, I have to select.
Something loud is happening. They say in the chat. I don't know.
Sorry.
The only Cats TTV says something loud is happening, but I don't know if it's a laptop or...
Is the game sound really loud or? All right. Somebody's microphone. Okay, let me see. Maybe I've got some additional sound sources here that are. Maybe in the game or something.
Oh, the guy in the game is talking.
Can we mute them?
I think we muted them now.
Yeah, because we sorry guys, we don't have audio in the game.
Is it better now? Because I think the guy is muted now.
Mute teammates. Yeah, I also muted them.
Ah, okay, perfect. Then oh.
Okay, I'll just pick one. Confirm loadout. Yeah.
Oh, mute teammates. Nice.
Yeah, at the
Now
bottom.
we
Yeah.
muted them.
So yeah, you need to. Let's see.
Sit down.
Yeah, you need to find select an operator, Justin.
Oh yeah,
Just,
yeah.
You haven't. I forget. You haven't played the game before.
Yeah, I will pick this level 2 guy because I think he. Oh.
Are
shit.
you at all familiar with Rainbow Six?
Yeah, but the last Rainbow Six game I played was Vegas 2.
Ah,
so,
okay, fair enough. Okay.
I will just go this way. I love Rainbow Six actually, but I played it a lot when it was still the tactical shooter. Yeah. Vegas 1 and 2 were one of my favorites.
Yeah, we don't have sound indeed, guys. If you still hear the hopefully you shouldn't be able to hear the other player. And I'm sorry to the other player as well because we probably they don't hear us either. Or sorry, we don't hear them. So this is not really good for team play, but whatever. Hopefully the audio is still okay. It's not too loud as well. I turned it down a bit. So yeah, the idea here is that you have to be kind of sneaky because if you make a lot of noise, then it's like parasites. They're gonna get you.
Better crouch then.
Yeah, crouch a bit.
Oh, but there's one guy in front of us. Should we kill him?
Yeah, if they're red, yes.
I don't know what I'm doing, so.
Well, that's okay. That's usually our motto. Oh, there's actually a nest here. Let me take that down. But yeah, I mean, because if you get down like I just did.
Oh, I'm coming.
Then it's a very tough game in that regard. Like you really can't. You don't get many second chances. Oh, this guy already got the.
Oh wait, you can shoot the floor.
Next down, you'll be put you in KO. Yeah, you can actually shoot the floor. I think I just shot one of them. Because there's like this stuff that the thing on the stuff on the floor slows you down a bit. So.
Okay. There was also one guy shooting at me.
And there's also like nests. Basically, those red things that are spreading this stuff. And if you can either shoot them. Ooh, why did I miss that much? Which will limit the spread. Oh come on, die! There we go. I can't afford. I need to be careful because I can't afford to die again. All right, so I'm playing on a relatively comfortable 70-80 FPS.
Right now I'm around 110. So. Ooh,
You guys should be able to see that. I can also see it if I look up. I have the stream monitor ahead of me.
Request airlock transition. Should I do this?
That is, let's just say, oh crap, I need to kill this guy. Oh, no. Oh crap, all right, I'm down.
Oh yay. Can we save you? Or
no, I mean, I'm now really KO, as in, that's why I said it's quite a harsh game. You only get, like, you can get knocked down once, and then teammates can revive you. If you get knocked down a second time, you actually, you stay down, basically.
Okay.
And you're out of the game. And actually, that operator is not available anymore until you save them. Like, as part of the rescue mission, what you can do, I think, and what he's doing, your teammate is doing right now, is picking me up. Yeah, they can bring me to extraction.
Ooh,
indeed.
I will do that.
No, he's already doing it. He's carrying me.
I'm carrying you. I carried you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I carried you. Oh, but there's
now
this
the
guy.
other guys. Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
it's
you
the
have to.
other
You have to. Yeah.
Oh,
He's basically putting me
there.
into that.
Oh
yes.
shit! I just thought on this.
It's all right. You've never played it, so it's.
Yeah.
But it's quite a challenging game in that regard.
Yeah.
And then basically you have to. I'm not sure if when he put me in here if the operator may become available again. But normally it's like you have to, as part of one of the missions of these levels, you can actually rescue your previously lost or KO'd operators.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite interesting.
That's cool.
Yes.
That's also a bit of roguelike then. If you die, then you just lose progress as well, or?
Yeah, I think what they told me was that this, what I read about this game is that it was based on a community event previously in Rainbow Six, where they had something similar like this, like alien invasion, and you have to fight it, blah blah.
Yeah.
I think it was called Infection or something like that. Anyway, and basically they just took the community feedback and thought, what if we make a full game mode out of this? And that's pretty much what we have here. Is he covered in vomit? Yeah, I don't know what it is. It looks kind of nasty. It's like, if I remember correctly, it's like a protective thing,
oh, no.
like foam that forms over the character. There you go. Yeah.
But how?
I don't know. Probably from behind. That's the thing when you're playing without sound. It's really.
Okay.
Usually, this game really involves, paying a lot of attention, being careful, and paying a lot of attention, because the monsters will come all around you. Basically, they will appear behind you, jump out from the roof or whatever. And every match you play, you regain HP from the character. Yeah, that's right. Golden gem, thanks. So it's like, instead of just, there's like a currency basically that you can get from completing objectives and what is it? Killing monsters and stuff like that. So you basically, it's like research points in a way. But at the same time, you also play, basically one of the currencies is also HP. So every time you complete a mission, you also regain some HP for your some of your operators.
I think our friend is a problem.
I know.
He's gone.
Yeah, well, we failed him, to be fair. I mean, he tried to carry us, but there's only so much you can do with us as teammates. So I mean, we apologize to this guy. It's really down to us. But again, I guess we should focus more on the performance, right? So during the game, I had more of a was it around 60 to 60 to 80 FPS, depending on the situation, which is pretty. It's fine. And you were a lot high. You were 100 plus easily, right?
Yeah, easily. I didn't see it drop below 90, but maybe it did at some point, but I just didn't see it. But I did, above 100, 110, 120 even.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you see, still it runs very well on the mid range on the MSI entry level notebooks. But yeah. So make your choice.
Yes, indeed. Okay, I'll leave this squad for now, because what I want to do as well is look at the specs, settings,
right?
indeed,
Settings,
to make sure that we're not running really different settings or something. We're both doing 1080p, that's for sure.
Let me also check.
Go into options. I mean, you guys can only see part of both our screens, so it makes it a little bit difficult to tell, I guess. But if you go to
I'm at full
video
screen,
settings,
9020 times 1080, so full HD.
Yep. And this is the monitor is basically, that's the capture card indeed. So okay, 144 hertz we're limited. I think that's also limited because of the capture card now.
Yeah, it is.
Aspect ratio auto, VSync is off. I think that's the same for you. Field of view. So it's kind of like the stock game, right? We didn't change anything. And then if you scroll down, you get the graphics settings.
Mine is very high.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. Resolution quality, dynamic 25 to 100, okay, 60, very high. Textures, 8 times anisotropic filtering, all right. Reflector latency off. I think we're pretty much, it's just a preset. And if it's a very high preset, then it should be.
Here I see also with the shadow quality, some very high and high. No, it's also the same.
Effects quality, high. TAA, 50% sharpness. SSBC, ambient occlusion, well, that's fine. Sprawl quality, very high. Yeah, so I think our settings are actually the same.
Nice. Yeah. And regarding the heat, how does your laptop feel if you put your hand on it?
No, it's fine, indeed. So I'm holding my hands on the laptop itself, and it doesn't really matter where I touch. Well, let's just say if I touch it above the keyboard, there it's a bit hot. But I mean, you're not really meant to touch that, and that has the perforated holes, for airflow. Also, something to note is that I've basically put it flat on the table, right? So, and there's of course there are the little feet under it, so it should have a little bit of room to breathe. Yeah. But I think if I'd put it on I don't know, like a stand or something to provide a little bit more room, it will probably benefit from that as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, same here. Same here. Only on the sides it's a bit warm.
And to be fair, yours is, this is not really an optimal setting that we're using. I'm just going to switch back to the main cam for that. Because you're on a flat surface, right, also? And this is like a big mouse pad that we have here, like a custom, it was custom made. So it's so it is cloth, which is, it's like what I have is better, as in because it's a hard surface, so there's no not too much dust. Every time there's something like cloth like that, it's probably going to attract a little bit more dust. And it's also because it's a bit more pliable, right? So the feet get pressed a little bit more into it, I guess. So you have a little bit less room for airflow.
But the good thing about the airflow here is that it just concentrates the heat on the sides of it. With the keyboard and everything, you can use it without burning your hands. And that's,
correct.
That's the purpose.
Yeah. Indeed, because for some laptops which I had in the past, indeed, you know, that after a while the keyboard would just get so hot, because usually you have to remember, right, that the two main components, the CPU and the GPU, are usually, and I'm not sure if that is the case here as well, but they're usually located pretty much right underneath, like the upper half of the keyboard.
Exactly.
And so that's where most of the heat is being generated as well. Yeah. So if you can manage indeed to isolate that from the heat and make sure that the heat is, you know, being dispersed as soon as possible, that's quite nice.
Can you tell me the specs of the laptop and which brown shirt guy playing?
Brown shirt.
I think you're the brown shirt guy.
Yeah, those specs. I mean, we've said it before, but I'll happily repeat them. So I'm not sure. Yeah, wait. Maybe I can show you guys also, of course, in the duo capture. It's just cut off on the screen here. Here it says Nvidia GeForce RTX 3060 with 6 gigs of VRAM memory, and the CPU is an i7 12 gen. I'm not sure which one it is. I'm really bad at that. Let's see if I can see that anywhere. Maybe, wait. Maybe there is a way that I can show you guys.
And the settings, maybe.
Yeah. Let me see, system. Here we go. There we go. That's like a very short version, I think. Hope this is clear. So you can see it's, 12th gen Intel Core i7. Ooh, is this, I'm not sure if this is like a probably 12700.
Yeah, but the mobile version.
Right, indeed. So this is the what is it? Mobility, indeed. So
mobility one. Yeah.
It's not the H that you get on other ones. 32
exactly.
gigs of RAM, as you can see. So it's really nice. Obviously Windows 11, so 64-bit. Pretty much running the latest drivers and everything like that, and a 3060, like I mentioned.
Nice.
Yeah, Vishnu, my name is. I mean, maybe this is something of a giveaway, but yeah, you can just call me Pete if you want. That's fine. I hate dust. I know, and most PCs do too, and laptops especially.
Yeah, but they catch it.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. All right. Let's maybe do another giveaway and then play one more round.
Yeah.
Shall we? Because now we've verified that, okay, our specs, or so yeah, the settings, the graphic settings are exactly the same.
Yeah.
So now it becomes a proper comparison. All right, guys. So you can still participate. I'm gonna give away one more code now and then one at the end of the stream.
Yeah.
So if you haven't already, please go to msi.com/2/insider or click on the Gleam link in the chat, and there you can perform a couple of actions. The more actions you perform, the bigger your chance of winning. You guys know the drill. And let's see if we can get another winner. Wait, that didn't draw correctly. Let's see. All right, yeah, let's go with this. So we have another winner. His name is Hutsbert. Hutsbert, congratulations. We're also going to get the code, game code out to you. And yeah, hope you enjoy it. Like I mentioned, we're going to give away one more code later on at the end of this stream. Now we're just going to play one more round. Hopefully this one will go better than the last one. But again, it's tricky, this game, to be fair. With playing without sound, it is very challenging, because normally I rely a lot on audio in my gameplay, normally. But again, I'm just making up excuses, right? That's...
I just blame my teammates.
Yes.
Okay, let's just do quick play.
Yes, make sure we can see the chat again. Here we go. Ooh, yeah, if you have cats and PCs, you know, either AIO coolers or laptops, oof. I've seen some nasty pictures on the internet when people go like, oh, my PC is getting so hot, how can that happen? And then it's like filled with cat hair or stuff like that. Like, but it happens, you know, that's what happens when you have, and cats love gaming hardware because it's nice and warm, right? So they actually, they kind of tend to go towards those things. So yeah. Washing in the bathtub. Yeah.
Would not recommend that.
Well, but if you have to, then at least, you know, let it dry for like a year before you try and turn it on. All right. How is the CPU temps? Yeah, I mean, we can probably. All right. Maybe I can put them on there as well. But it's probably going to be quite.
Oh, we're being disconnected.
Ah, crap.
Let's try again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're still my party. Cool.
Yeah, am I? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be, you know, it's like the max temperature for these CPUs is usually somewhere around the 90-ish degrees. And that's probably what it will reach, especially if you're pushing it in a game like this. I wouldn't be surprised. Let me see. I mean, I don't want to put all the different cores on there, obviously. So it's just the average temperature. Yeah, the problem is now the FPS goes under the Insider logo. But here you can see right now it's 57, 60 degrees, but obviously it's loading, so it's not really in the game. Once we're in the game, I'll remove this so you can see the FPS, because I think that's what we want to focus on today. Oh, no, I don't want to. Not this guy.
Okay.
Which one do I
want?
want?
I want to try machine gun now.
Which one do I want? Who's the guy? There's one guy with a big machine gun with a lot of ammo. Ah, this guy, yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, his health is not really that well.
Ooh.
All right, let's go for this one then. Oh, somebody else already picked this one. Crap. All right, fair enough. This one is what? Is a sniper? Kinda. All right. Well, anyway, that's fine. Confirm loadout. Let's go.
Okay, let's check what we can do.
Cats secretly want to play your games. Ah, it's not even that secretly, I think.
I thought cats secretly wanted to kill you, but
yeah, it depends, I guess. If you have a nice Steam library, I guess they can tolerate you. Right? But I mean, it's true what they say, right? Like dogs have masters, cats have personnel, right? That's I think that's what they say. I don't have any pets, by the way. But, okay, well, as you can see, I'm in the game now, and the CPU actually, it's like 63. I was expecting it to be higher, but it's yeah, pretty nice.
okay, where do I need to go? Can I go underground here?
Just follow the other guy. No, I don't. Oh, actually, you may be able to. But I think the main thing is to stick together. Wherever you do go, stick together. Yeah, I guess you can go here. But there is an objective, and honestly, I'm not paying. Oh crap! I'm not paying attention. There's some.
Oh.
Yeah, those guys you need to shoot on their back, basically.
Oh my god.
Wait. And the best thing you can do is a headshot usually.
Yeah, the recoil on this thing is unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh, there's this guy. Oh crap!
Not like a submachine gun to me.
Oh
but
my god.
Ooh.
That was a bad timing. This guy just spawned out of this. Yeah, let me take a med kit here.
I rushed to the objective.
Oh, I need to take a health boost, because if not, then one hit and I'm gone. Oh crap! There's another guy here.
Almost at the objective. So far for staying together, but I'm almost at the objective.
Yeah, let me take down some nests here, because they spawn the monsters as well. So by doing this, hopefully I'm eliminating some of the possible ways I can die in this game again.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, I mean, you guys get it now, right, for the CPU temperature. So I'm thinking of just removing that off of my screen for now, so we can focus on the FPS. Let me see. so I can just remove that. Where is it? Pure temperature. This one. Do not show. Alright, apply. Okay, and go back in. There we go. Okay.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Are you down?
No.
Oh, good.
Oh, the other guy.
Yeah.
Loser.
Alright.
No, I will help you. Come on.
Let's see if I can get to you guys. Not sure. Oh, crap. There's somebody
Oh,
running in behind you.
I killed him.
Okay, good. Yeah, I just caught him. He just went around the corner for me. I couldn't
Straight at us.
couldn't get him. Yeah.
Ooh, what is this? Refill React Tech.
Yeah, there's sometimes some of these things I don't really know what you can do with it.
I'm going to maybe this objective.
Yeah, let me follow you there.
Maybe someone in the chat knows what to do.
Well, yeah, I mean there are objectives, but honestly, I don't want to spend half the stream. One, I don't play the game enough for me to understand fully, and secondly, I don't want to spend most of the stream, trying to figure this stuff out because I don't think it's very interesting to see.
True.
But yeah, it looks like there is. No, that's the exit. I think maybe we can go to the next level. I guess. Serial scan. Locate the catalyst emitter. Oh wait, I think I saw that in the room where we entered, pretty much. Or is it? Wait, maybe it's here. Oh, he's found something. Wait, what is that?
Oh, okay. Serial
scan located. Ah, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have to find certain
Nice.
things.
Don't
Like a
shoot.
projector of sorts, I guess.
Here's a full nest.
Now we have to get to the next one.
Can we blow up the wall here? No.
Yeah, I think you can actually. If you shoot the wall, it's gonna. Oh, data. Oh, I have to stay here. Scan progress. No. Wait. Oh, okay, it's there actually. Yeah, we have to go to this guy here, where this guy is, and then stand in this area, which will then do a scan or collect data. And at the same time, monsters will come to visit us.
No.
Oh, why can't I do a headshot? Oh crap!
Hey. Someone right in front of me.
Aww. Alright, we need to carry our teammates somewhere.
Oh. Okay, well. Oh. No, I'm. Ooh, thanks. Okay, I'm going to pick him up.
Oh, there's someone behind you. Oh, I got it.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, this is. Wow!
Whoa,
Where am I getting?
Some zombies are able to shoot.
Oh, what the hell
no.
is this? Did I get shot or something?
This game is difficult.
I know, yeah, that's the thing, right?
Damn.
And there's like, okay, it's basically, in a way, I guess it's also like dungeon raiding in a way. You there's multiple levels. So the first level is supposed to be, that's the thing we keep failing at, it's supposed to be the easiest part, right? Then when you can, you can complete objectives in that first level of the mission. Then you can move on. That's like an airlock thing, right? It's like a loading thing in between missions. Then you can go to the second level, which is supposed to be more challenging.
Oh god.
And then there's even a third one, and it's basically like a risk-reward thing, where you can basically think, all right, can I manage the another difficulty level or not? Because obviously, if you complete like the second level or the third level, you get more rewards, you get more XP, more all of that. But it is more difficult, so there's also a big risk that you won't make it, and you basically lose, well, not everything, but most of it, like we keep doing on the first level. But yeah, it is challenging, and especially without sound, I have to say. Normally you can hear like, all right, ooh, something's coming behind me, and now we have no idea until it kind of whacks you, and then it's like, whoa, what's going on? Anyway, so yeah, the performance, still pretty nice, right? I mean, I was.
I didn't see you drop below 80, to be honest, but yeah. And me, I didn't drop below 90 still, so very nice.
Let's see if we have any good things in the chat. It's a GPU intensive game, that's why, I guess. Hibana's gun's got a lot of recoil, careful, yeah. We can still see the FPS on the right side of the frame rate. Yeah, I know, but I mean, I really wanted to focus on that. I mean, once you see the CPU temperature, basically in the game, it's not going to change much. You know, once it settles at a certain temperature. All right. Well, lots of nice discussion between you guys, so that's nice. Yeah. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I mean, and it's also hopefully you guys learned something, some informative or some information about our laptops. Which again, we don't cover these products that often, which in a way is a shame. But yeah, it's just the way it is, unfortunately. There we go. Let's switch back to this. If you still have any questions about any of the laptops, then this would be the moment to ask them. And I'll just give it a second, because then at the same time I will draw the last winner for today's live stream.
Yes, last giveaway.
Yes, indeed. While I shut down this Stealth 15M laptop. Which again, I mean, it's really nice, and I'm usually I'm used to bigger laptops. I'm usually a fan of that as well, because I like my screen to be a bit bigger. But I mean, this 15-inch, yeah, it was really nice. I got sucked into it basically into the game as well. So
nice.
Yeah. All right, let me switch, because I've got multiple pairs of mice here, and that's always screwing me up a bit. Let's see. Yeah, let's put this here for a second. All right. There we are. Last giveaway, yes, guys. So this is the last giveaway of today. Again, it's for the Rainbow Six Extraction game codes. Really fun game, and as you saw, quite difficult, at least for us.
Yeah, need some training.
And also something that really you have a lot of benefit if you do have audio sound, because you guys could probably hear like, hey, there's something behind you, but we couldn't.
Like, dude, you were being attacked.
Yeah, yeah. Duh. You could easily hear that. What, is your headphone broken? What? No. Anyway, quite difficult. We have our last winner for today, and their name is Fruity Tooty. Fruity Tooty. Fruity Tooty. It's a nice, it's a happy sounding name. Congratulations. You're also going to get one of the Rainbow Six Extraction game codes. We're going to mail it out to you in the coming days. Hope you have fun playing it. Yeah, I hope you guys also had a lot of fun watching this live stream. I hope you found it interesting. Got at least as many answers as we could give for you for your questions. And I also hope that maybe this helps you a little bit if you're in the market for a laptop now, especially with 12th gen. Again, it's a massive jump, so it makes it extra interesting if you were on the fence for upgrading anyway. Yeah, maybe this can help you at least get some feeling of what kind of laptops we offer and how to make the best choice for you. Ultimately, it is, there are so many different models available. So yeah, and it really depends on what's available in your region, which is what we said probably 100 times during this live stream. But because it is one of the main things that you will come across, that is, we keep repeating it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching today. Usually there's a nice graphic that comes up there which tells you what the topic is next week. Unfortunately, I don't have it right now, so I'm going to read it off a sheet that I've written down here. Next week, Ja is going to be here in the live stream talking about monitors. What else could it be? And in this case, it's UHD, meaning 4K, and the ultimate colors with the MPG 321 URQD. And QD is quantum dot, as you all know, so that's going to be nice and spicy. And I have heard that there is going to be something or other to do with Xbox as well. So it's not only PC, but there's a cooperation with Microsoft and Xbox, so that there's like some special stuff going on in this monitor as well. So yeah, make sure. And I saw some of you guys asking questions about when specific monitors were going to be available. Next week is the live stream to ask that. Ja will have the answer for you. So yeah, thank you for joining. Hope you had fun, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye.